All right, it is August 21st. So I have technically been doing this OMAD, intermittent fasting, while lifting weights for 3 straight weeks now. I went to a wedding over the weekend, so there were 2 or 3 days where I wasn't fasting, but I wasn't like gluttonizing. I just kind of felt like I ate what I felt was right. And since my stomach has shrank, I don't really think I ate a whole bunch, and my weight just stayed the same. So I'm at the weight I was at the beginning of June. I could only bench press 225 one, maybe two times on a good day at the beginning of June. And now I can do it 7 times. And at the peak of my bulk, I did it for 8. So I think it's really cool how I'm like at a new baseline for the same weight, right? And for training purposes or bodybuilding purposes, I think that's the point, is to progress. Eating a whole bunch for those 2 months, I gained weight to 220, 222, but I did gain a lot of strength too. My max used to be like 225. It's like 280 probably. I mean, it was 280 at the end of July. So I don't know if I could put up 280 right now. I don't think I want to risk that and hurt myself, because I'm going to tell you that in this caloric deficit, I don't feel as good as I did, obviously, when I was eating a whole bunch. However, I am at a completely new starting point in regards to my reps with 225. And like I said, I could only do it for 1 to 2. I just did it for 7 today. So if I started a bulk today, which I started at the same weight in June, I would have a new starting point. So if I bulked for 2 more months, would I gain another 6 reps like I did those first 2 months that I did a bulk? I don't know. I don't think that that's unrealistic. I don't know if I would gain as much strength as I did the first 2 months, but I'm happy that I am at a completely new baseline for strength. So if you're trying to strength train or get bigger, it was very clear to me that in order to get stronger, I had to eat. I've never properly been on a bulk or eaten a whole bunch and getting my macros in ever in my life. Never. I've always been the type of guy that's like, oh, I've got a vacation coming up, I should probably lean up. Oh, I'm kind of looking a little chubby, I should lean up. I've never purposefully lifted weights while I was purposefully eating. And I never made strength gains the way I did in those 2 months. I made more strength gains than my entire life. It took me years to be able to bench 225 for 1 to 2. And it took me only 2 months to add 6 reps to that bench. So it's very clear that if you want to get stronger, if you want to get bigger, you got to eat. You're going to get a little chubby. You're going to get a little big. I just lost all that weight that I gained in 2 months. I lost it in 3 weeks because I'm at the same weight that I was at the beginning of June, but I'm at a new benchmark baseline for strength. I'm going to compare my physique right now to see how I look at the old 205, 206, 204 versus what I am today. Today I'm at 205. So I don't know if my physique will look much better, but my strength is definitely there. So I don't like the way my joints and my muscles feel right now, even though I have the same strength as I did at the beginning of June, or excuse me, at the end of my bulk. I can tell that it's straining my muscles. My quad feels a way that I've never felt before, because I think um, what's the word I'm looking for? I think that I am just like lifting for pride. You know what I mean? Um, my shoulder, I don't really have a lot of shoulder issues, but sometimes I do. It doesn't feel good. And when I was eating a whole bunch, I didn't have these problems. So even though I kept the strength, I don't think my joints and my ligaments like it. So I think what I'm going to do now is just eat properly for another week or so. No OMAD for at least a few days or maybe even a week, just to kind of like get a refeeding in, get my body the nutrition and recovery it needs so I can continue this OMAD. I want to get to the 195s, 190 range. I still have plenty of fat left on me. I mean, I can see some definition in my stomach, but I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that I probably have another 20 to 40 pounds of fat on me if I wanted to look like super lean. But I think I'll stop somewhere in that 195, 190 range, because I don't need to get on stage. I'm not trying to be in a competition to lift heavy weights. I'm just trying to, prove this to myself. Do I have the discipline to get lean? Do I have the discipline to, eat properly? That's kind of what I want to do. And I want to see how big I can get, but how lean I can get. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just going to take a little break, and then I'll continue with the OMAD when I'm done refeeding for a couple of days. and see what I look like in the 190 range or something like that. So, because right now my body, even though I technically have the strength that I did at the end of my bulk, my body doesn't feel the way it did at the end of my bulk. I still have the strength, but I probably shouldn't keep lifting at those weights. So lesson learned that next time I start OMAD, or when I start OMAD again in a couple days or in a week, I'm just going to go down on the weights on purpose. I'm going to do more reps, less, pushing it, and just kind of let my body, you know, just listen to my body so I don't get an injury. You know what I mean? So anyhow, 3 weeks of OMAD is done. I'm going to compare the photos right now to see what my physique looks like, and then we'll start again maybe next week to just kind of keep leaning down. But I'm really looking forward to like a proper 2 to 4 month bulk again, because it was fun to make strength gains. It was fun to get big. It was fun to feel good. It was fun to eat, and it was fun to just get stronger. I mean, let's be honest. If you're lifting weights, your ego wants you to put up more weight. And in order to do that, it was actually pretty easy, because all I did was eat. Nothing has changed in my routine. Not my exercise, not my weights, not the gym. The only variable I've changed is the calories and macros. That's the only variable that's changed. I'm leaner now. I'm just as strong, but I don't feel as good. So when I get more macros in and I eat again, I'll be at a new baseline, and I'll just keep getting stronger and bigger. So we'll see what this looks like in a few months. Thanks for following me for 21 days or 3 weeks of OMAD.